Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Tim Aslan here with another update. This time we are talking about the DXY. I think this is the most important chart in all of finance today, and I posted a detailed thread of this on my X account. However, I think it's so important that I want to make a video specifically just for this. It is really that important. So let's get right into it. So, if you're not familiar, the DXY is the US dollar index. It measures the purchasing power of the US dollar, and it's often used for the foreign exchange markets. So, you price euros in dollars, Swiss franc, Chinese yen, Japanese yen, etc. These are all priced in their respective DXY or US dollar pairs, right? But this does not only talk about the story for the foreign exchange market. It also talks about the story of crypto. It also talks about the story of stocks, because at the end of the day, Bitcoin is most commonly derived in US dollars, right? So that's how we value a Bitcoin. It's right now 109,000 US dollars. So it is very important, obviously, to look at the chart of the US dollar, because then we can use that to help us predict where things like Bitcoin and stocks are going. So as you can see, this is the monthly DXY chart dating back all the way to March 2008. Now we have this parallel channel that has been playing out for the last 15 plus years. As you can see, we've had multiple touches on the top and multiple touches on the bottom. Now, currently, you can see with this new monthly candle, we are hovering just above the channel. We tapped it, we went below it even a little bit, and now we are pumping up. And this is very, very important because this will tell us the trend for the next few years. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, if you look from our top, this is January 2025. And ever since then, it has been dumping very, very hard, right? Now it's holding support, and you can see that we are having to do a heavy decision. Either we're going to hold support and go back up, and if we do go back up, the most likely scenario is that we will eventually find our way at the top of this next trend line, right? So this will take a long time. As you can see from the last time this happened, this was from January 2021 all the way till September 2022. Now keep those numbers in mind, and let's look at the Bitcoin chart. Here is January 2021 all the way down to September 2022. So as you can see, as the US dollar index rose, Bitcoin fell a lot, right? It fell from 50,000 all the way to our bear market bottom. So that is a little bit worrying, because now we are in the same scenario where we could have that 1 to 2 year rise of the DXY into this area. Now, guys, these are all theories as well. There have been times where the dollar pumps and crypto and stocks pump along with it. However, it is not the most probable cause. I just want to keep that in mind. We are dealing with probabilities. This is another interesting chart that I saw on X. This is the spread of DXY dollar index over its 200-day moving average. So as you can see, it is at a historical low since, I believe this is 2000 on the chart, or 2005 maybe. And this is an area where it typically reverses from. So not only we have something on the actual chart, but we also have another measurement. So that's something to keep in mind as well. Hey everyone, really briefly, I just want to mention Bit2Nex. It's the world's fastest growing crypto and derivatives exchange. It's the exchange I personally use, and they have some crazy bonuses going on right now. So if you deposit using my referral link, you can get up to $100,000 in bonuses. The reason I like this exchange so much is because it does not require any KYC. You do not need a VPN to use it. So anyone, anywhere in the world, except probably North Korea, can use this exchange. And not only that, but they do have a proof of reserve with a one-to-one reserve on all user assets. As you can see, they update this every single month. So it was just updated a few days ago. They have 134% of the Bitcoin they need, 109% of the Ethereum they need, and 102% of the USDT they need. And they even have a Merkle root hash, so you can verify your exact wallet and match it in the Bit2Next reserve ratio to understand that your funds are fully secure. You can withdraw up to $500,000 per day without KYC. So it has amazing liquidity. It's a great exchange. I've been using them for 2 years and I highly recommend it. You can use the link below. I guess what I'm trying to say here, guys, is if this support does hold and we see the US dollar starting to regain its strength, we could be in for a correction on Bitcoin and stocks, at least in the short term. Now, like I said, this usually doesn't go in a straight line and it'll have some ups and downs along the way. I do think once it sweeps this liquidity, it will have a retracement before further upside until it tops out again on the channel. But here's scenario number 2 that I do want to mention. So scenario number 2 is, imagine if this support breaks. Now, there's good news and bad news if this happens. So the good news is if this support breaks, it means inflation will start to get out of control again. And the current administration just passed a big, beautiful bill. It has $3 trillion of new money printing just in the first 2 years, I believe. So that's trillions of new US dollars flooding the market, which supply and demand tells us that means the old US dollars are worth less, meaning the DXY should be worth less, right? So we know that's in the cards. Now, if that's the case, the good news is crypto, stocks, and other risk-on assets will have an absolutely amazing bull run, I think. I think they will go to all-time highs and levels we haven't seen before. I think NFTs will come back. I think we'll have complete euphoria if that's the case, because these paper dollars are worthless, meaning to buy one Bitcoin with them, it'll take a lot more US dollars, right? Now, the downside is if this happens, we will have higher inflation, grocery store prices will get higher, your wages won't buy you as much stuff, things of that nature. If you want to go on trips to Europe or other places, your US dollar will most likely not get you as many of the other countries' currency. So that is the downside. So what would you rather have? Would you rather have a higher Bitcoin price or lower inflation? So now the other scenario where we do go up, you'll have lower inflation, right? Things will be a little bit cheaper, or they're supposed to at least be a little bit cheaper. Maybe they won't rise as fast, but your Bitcoin price, your stock price might be a bit lower because of that. So we really are on a very, very important level. And that's the purpose of this video, to tell you how important this level is right now, and not enough people are talking about it. So I will be monitoring this as the weeks progress, so make sure you subscribe. A little bit short term, you can see is we had this gap right here on the 1 hour chart that got filled recently, and then we had a move down. So it's too early to tell which way this is going to break. Obviously, so far it deviated below the support and then went back up, so that is a bullish sign. But you can see today we had a sharp move down, and then stocks are green, Bitcoin is green, ETH is up 3%. So, obviously there is correlation here, even just today. But this is definitely something we want to watch out for. And it is an indicator for recessions. Not saying that's what's going to happen. It could break downside, it could break up, but certainly this is something to keep an eye on, guys. So make sure you like and subscribe and share with your friends. And I'll see you all in the next video.